What's up, y'all? I'm Dan from Tiger Arcade. Today, I'm going to be talking about the Roland Aira Compact T-8 beat machine or drum machine. I've had this for a month, and so I wanted to give my first impressions, or just overall, experience that I've had so far with the T-8. Now, I got it because I wanted something that was simple yet tweakable as a drum machine. I did watch a lot of videos on this, and I thought, hey, what the heck, why not try it out? See what I think about it. In a nutshell, the Roland T-8 is a portable drum machine. You can charge it via USB-C, and then you can play it portable. From what I noticed, it lasted a couple of hours. Honestly, that always felt a little limiting because as soon as I charged it, I felt like the battery was already gone. So it's maybe good for some quick uses, and so I thought, well, why don't I just leave it plugged in so that I can just always use it? And then I started getting, some noise from it. I unplugged it and I noticed it was the USB-C. I'm not sure if other users experienced it, but that was an experience I had with this. Also, the Roland T-8 gives you MIDI in and out, which can give you some control over the drums, the specific sounds. It also has a built-in synthesizer. It has the 303 style, acid synthesizer on it, which I actually thought was really cool. That's what drew me to this was, oh, it has a synthesizer with the drum beats on here. And so I was like, well, I'm kind of saving money by getting this rather than two instruments, a 303 and maybe an 808. I know that this isn't just 808. It has sounds from Roland's, kind of iconic drum series. I was like, sweet, I always wanted an 808 style drum machine, and 303, why not? I'm saving myself some money. In the end, it really just felt like a one-trick pony. I was a little disappointed, to be honest. The synthesizer does sound good, and you can get some nice squelchy, acid-sounding bass. You can also get some nice higher tones as well. It also has an effect section for delay and reverb, which is actually really fun, and I love it when instruments include this kind of all-in-one on their units, so you don't have to keep buying other gear or including other gear. This is nice for that. It's nice that it has effects. It's nice that it has a synthesizer. It's nice that it has the beats. The one thing that I wish it did have was maybe a speaker, but maybe that would have drained the battery a little too much. And that's only because I'm comparing it to Volcas, and Volcas always have a speaker. And so, you got to plug it in. You can't, it's good, I guess, if you did want to take it on the go, because, you got your little headphone jack here. You can also use it for speaker, and then you can add an in, so you can plug an instrument into this as well to hear it as well. I think it's meant to be used with their other Roland Aira Compact series. It's got sync in and out. I did play with that, and that works really well. It's also got a very hidden menu, lots of shift commands and dialing stuff in till you find what you want. At first, it's a little annoying, but you start to get used to it. As for the drum sounds, the bass, kick, it's nice. Just like the snare, it's poppy, and you can kind of fine tune it a little bit, but honestly, I was a little disappointed in the tuning knobs here for the bass, for the tom, the clap. It just really felt like it wasn't really doing a whole lot. It was very, very subtle, and I was like, why is this knob even here? Why not just switch a button? I don't know. It wasn't very impressive using those. I think it's still fun to use, But in the end, I've decided I'm not going to get a whole lot of use out of this in my current setup. I want something more. It would have been nice if Roland would have allowed the user to plug it in maybe and then change maybe out of their legacy series of all their, iconic drum sounds to kind of like choose, well, I want that one, almost like a sampler in a sense. But yeah, so that's why I'm calling it kind of a one-trick pony. I think it's still kind of fun to use, and I think users will, generally speaking, enjoy this instrument. But overall, it's not for me. I'm someone with semi-modular synthesizers, and I do enjoy drum machines, but this one just felt, I know it's a little harsh, but it kind of felt more gimmicky than anything. And maybe this would be good for a beginner or someone who just wants some simple backing drum tracks. You can still have fun. I had fun with this, but in the end, I didn't have as much fun as I was hoping. And so for that reason, I'm returning this item and I'm going to try out another instrument. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I'm curious what other users thought. I've met people, I'm friends with people that do enjoy this, and that's totally fine. It's just not for me. Anyways, y'all, thanks for watching. We will see you next time. Peace. And don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button.